Hey everyone, welcome back to Iraqi Dinar Updates, where we keep you informed and up to speed on the real developments inside Iraq and what they mean for the future of the dinar and the country's financial standing. Today, we're talking about something that might sound small on the surface, but in reality, it speaks volumes. Iraq has officially become the third Arab country in terms of bank card adoption. That's according to recent statements by a government consultant, and it's a major deal when you look at the big picture of Iraq's economic evolution. Now, think about that for a second. Just a few years ago, Iraq was primarily a cash-based society. Most people didn't have access to digital banking, and infrastructure to support widespread financial technology just wasn't in place. But now, Iraq has surged ahead in banking modernization and is climbing the ranks of the Arab world when it comes to digital payment systems. And here's why this is important: this shift is more than just about using cards instead of cash. It's about transparency, control, modernization, and integration into the global financial community. Let's be clear, the path to restoring the value of the Iraqi dinar doesn't just run through central bank policy. It runs through the streets, through the businesses, and through the wallets of everyday Iraqis. You can't expect to see a meaningful, lasting revaluation of a currency if the economy itself isn't being reshaped, and this bank card development is just one example of that reshaping taking place in real time. We've said it before and we'll say it again, Iraq is checking the boxes. Step by step, they are doing what needs to be done. And yes, for many of us, the dinar's value is what we're watching. That revaluation is the light at the end of the tunnel. But the more critical transformation of the one that actually sustains the value of a currency is the economic one. A strong currency comes from a strong economy. Period. So when we hear news about more citizens using bank cards, or the government pushing for digital payments in public services, or the CBI working to reduce the black market dollar flow, what we're seeing are the real pieces of the puzzle coming together. Iraq doesn't just want to reform the currency, they want to build an economy that can support a stronger dinar, and that's the kind of change that actually lasts. Let's also not ignore the bigger context. Iraq has oil. It has trade routes. It has a young population. It has geographical importance. But for too long, all of that potential has been stuck behind outdated systems and inefficient governance. The fact that they're now focusing on financial infrastructure is key. It shows intent. It shows alignment with international standards. And it shows that Iraq is starting to believe in its own future. The government's push for economic sovereignty is real. They've been openly working to reduce dollar dependency, and part of that is by encouraging a domestic banking culture. That means people trusting banks, using cards, paying bills digitally, and participating in a formal economy, not hiding cash under mattresses or operating in the shadows. That's how you build financial credibility, and that's how you lay the groundwork for a meaningful exchange rate shift. And here's another thing. When citizens start relying on formal banking, it makes it harder for illegal currency manipulation or corrupt practices to thrive. That's why bank card adoption matters so much. It's not just for convenience, it's a mechanism for transparency and control. When money moves through traceable systems, the economy becomes healthier. When people save and invest through banks, those funds are reinvested back into the country. So yes, Iraq becoming the third Arab country in bank card usage may not make headlines in the mainstream press, but for those of us watching closely, it's a milestone. It tells us Iraq is serious about modernizing. It tells us the economic reforms are being implemented not just on paper but in real life. And most importantly, it tells us that the foundation for a strong dinar is being built not overnight, but steadily. Now, of course, we're all watching for that rate change. We all want to see Iraq's currency finally reflect the country's true potential. But let's not get so focused on the rate that we ignore the fundamentals. Because without those fundamentals, any rate change would be short-lived. What's happening right now with this slow, deliberate reform that's what will make a future rate increase sustainable. The path Iraq is on isn't easy, and it's not always flashy. But it's real. And from where we're standing, it's moving in the right direction. Whether it's banking modernization, anti-corruption enforcement, oil exports, or regional diplomacy, the pieces are falling into place. So stay tuned, stay informed, and stay patient. The journey to a stronger IQD isn't just about numbers, it's about structure, trust, and long-term growth. And we'll be right here, tracking every step of it with you. Thanks for watching Iraqi Dinar Updates. Be sure to like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Let us know how you feel about Iraq's progress. Until next time, stay grounded, stay hopeful, and keep your eyes on the real signals.